Beardo Banjo.
So I'm sitting here right now super hyped because we're about to see the worldwide reveal trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I have played the Assassin's Creed game since the very first one. I remember going into the shop and buying it for the first time, and it was brand new out and it was everywhere and no one kind of knew what it was. I have loved them since the start. There was a dip in the middle, but for me they came right back to prime around Black Flag, and then they've only got better from then. I love Origins, I love Odyssey, I love the direction they're taking the franchise with the kind of RPG combat. Is almost like The Witcher or Dark Souls now, a bit more technical. I'm super excited to see what they bring with Valhalla. Vikings. The setting is just perfect. I know people have wanted kind of an Asian, kind of a Japanese, or like kind of a samurai setting for a long time, and I think it's probably inevitable, but I love the direction they've gone here. I'm hoping we still see kind of some mythology stuff, because they have had some kind of big mythological creatures in the previous games, and kind of things that weren't hugely factual but are super fun to fight, things like Medusa. I love that stuff. But yeah, I really love the direction they're taking the franchise now, the kind of RPG elements, the kind of the gear you can equip, the combat mechanics, the kind of choices you can make in the stories. I'm just excited to see where they're going with it. Yeah, we've got a minute left to go. I'm just checking the countdown now, keeping my eye on the countdown. I'm very, very excited. All right, here we go. Oh God, I'm bloody excited. Oh, Xbox, favouring the old Xbox. Good old Ubisoft.
They are heartless. Godless barbarians.
Oh man. Oh, it looks beautiful. I know it's only pre-rendered cutscene, but it looks beautiful. Look at that.
They murder and kill blindly.
Okay. Viking with a conscience kind of thing going on here.
They scour the lands of England. Lands they will never defend. Never love. The time has come to speak to them in a language they will understand.
War. Everyone understands war. I wonder if we're going to get any gameplay here, or if it's all going to be pre-rendered. God, I get serious, like Hellblade, God of War vibes. Holy shit. Oh man. Oh, fuck. Oh, this looks brilliant. I know it's pre-rendered, but who's that?
Odin is with us!
Interesting. Oh, he's gonna get murked. This is it. Wait, what? Oh.
Assassins Creed Valhalla, available holiday 2020.
Okay, gold edition with steelbook, so no gameplay. Is that the end of the thing, or are we going to get some more? Right, let's have a little flick through this again. Very nice trailer. A little bit gutted we didn't get any gameplay. But typically this is kind of how they announce the Assassin's Creed games anyway. You kind of get a really kind of over-the-top, beautiful, fantastic cinematic trailer. And then we'll get some gameplay a little bit later. I imagine probably June time, a little bit closer to traditional E3. I'm sure the kind of the big companies are going to start to have their own kind of smaller digital announcements around that time. So I like the angle they're kind of taking. You've kind of got the British narrative kind of cutting over the top, saying that, you know, the Vikings are heartless and that they're kind of barbarians. They're just coming to pillage, kill, destroy. And then you kind of get that juxtaposed with the Vikings kind of living, loving. He doesn't kill the woman and child. You know, they've got their own children. It's kind of, I guess, trying to paint the picture from the Viking side, like, which is interesting. It's an interesting thing to do. Like this, then clearly not murdering or killing blindly. So I guess it's painting them as the goodies, the assassins, and the British as the Templars. I imagine is where we're going to go here. Beautiful, beautiful setting. We get to explore kind of that British countryside, I guess.
They will understand.
If we get to explore that British countryside in the new game, and that's kind of the area that we roam around, very similar to Odyssey actually. I know it was obviously not the same setting, but it was very lush, very green, a lot of kind of coastal areas, and Odyssey was beautiful and incredible to explore. So hopefully we do get to kind of explore the kind of the frozen lands of the Vikings, and then kind of the warm sunny countryside of the kind of the British where they're invading. And I do hope we get longboats and kind of naval combat. I'm sure we will, because they've kind of mastered that gameplay mechanic at this point. This cutscene actually also reminds me a lot of the announcement trailer, if anyone remembers it, for The Witcher 2. Witcher 2 had a very similar announcement trailer where it was kind of a lot of kind of war and combat and similar kind of art style. Now the only thing I'm really interested in, because this fight scene's amazing, it's great, over the top, bloody, action, brilliant, I love it. I love that axe throw, I think it's beautiful, hopefully you can do that in the game, I'm sure you can. The thing I'm interested in is the Odin bit, because he says Odin is with us, but it didn't look like Odin, it looked like an assassin. And I'm curious to know if that was one of Odin's crows, or whether it was an eagle. Because we're not going to be able to take much away from that, I don't think. Oh my god, you can barely get a picture of him. Come on. Now, immediately you're like, oh, it's like Ezio when he was old because he's got a grey beard, but to me it just looks like, it's not like the peaked assassin cloak. But he says Odin is with us as the bird flies. It is a crow. Yeah, it's a crow. So that's interesting. So they're going to work in some kind of mythology, which is really, really good. They've been doing that in the past few games, and I think it's worked really well. It's kind of elevated the game beyond the historical, and I love the historical stuff. The twisted historical, kind of fantasy historical. But I really enjoy the mythological stuff as well. I love this ending. Absolute tank is taking him down. And then the reveal that he's already an assassin. You think it's all over? It bloody is now, mate. I love that. That hidden blade as well is insane. Look at that. It's bejeweled with green jelly beans. Yeah, that looks amazing. I love all this kind of detailing here. These kind of teeth around his arm. I think it looks brilliant. We all obviously knew it was going to be a Viking setting as soon as we heard Assassin's Creed Valhalla. it's just nice to see it. Nice to see that main character.
Assassins Creed Valhalla, available holiday 2020.
So again, another interesting fact there. Obviously, holiday 2020, we're going to have the PS5 and the Xbox One X, provided there are no delays due to everything that's going on in the world. Xbox One X, right down there, it's listed as a console. It doesn't say anything about PlayStation, but the Ubisoft games tend to lean heavily towards Microsoft, and they tend to kind of have their partnership. Obviously, it will come out on both. It'll be on PS5 as well. But it's quite cool to see kind of first glimpse there of a game, and it's saying it's coming out this holiday, and it's going to be on a brand new machine. This year is exciting. I like new hardware. One thing to note from this that's kind of interesting to me is obviously in Odyssey we had the option to play as a male character or a female character. Looks like we're going back to just having a male character in this one. Odyssey obviously wasn't the first game in the series that allowed you to play as a female, but they have kind of been... Odyssey was the first one that kind of gave you a choice. And it looks like that choice is being taken away again. Could be wrong. There's not a huge amount to go off of here. But the choice to be either worked in Odyssey because it worked in a story context. Interesting nonetheless. I think the character looks fantastic. I would still like to see a female character that you could play as. Would be great. There were some female warriors on the battlefield. I'm hyped. I think it looks great. I want to see some gameplay. As I say, I'm sure we'll get some in June time, but I'm just excited to see Assassin's Creed take on the kind of the Viking era. I can't wait to throw some axes and crack some heads. It's going to be good, especially if they're leaning towards the RPG, new combat systems, free roaming, mythological, all the stuff they've been doing in the previous games, and just kind of putting it into that setting. I think we're going to have a very good time. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know if you think the trailer was great, or if it kind of let you down. If you want to see some gameplay, let me know. Hit like, hit sub if you haven't already. I do a lot of content. I'm always putting content out, mainly horror stuff, but I do loads of things. But yeah, leave me a comment, hit like, and leave me a sub. I'll see you soon for another one. Take care, guys. See you later.